Hello again, everybody. It's Carol from TopazMoon Design. I was just looking at the form guide for today's racing in Hobart and noticed that there's a horse called TopazMoon in race 3. So I had a little each way bet on it. Good luck, everybody. Happy punting today, Janine. I've backed your other runners and I've backed a couple of my own in Melbourne. I've decided to come back and continue work on this dangle bracelet, even though it's had an accident due to my furious fists of indignation. And if you notice in the previous video, the abrupt ending, because I knocked the phone off the stand in my agitation towards that group of people participating in the live yesterday, and blaming the memeors of Reddit for all sorts of things, accusing us of bullying and harassment and fat shaming and the things that I said in the earlier video. I never watched any of Hudson's videos. I had never heard of her before Niche. I would sometimes tune into their joint live sales because Hudson doesn't have a poker face and you could see the eyes rolling in the back of her head when Niche would just be endlessly rabbiting on about herself instead of doing a live sale, instead of showing her items. And the amount of times that Niche's items were she discovered something wrong with them live on air. You could see how unimpressed Hudson was by all of that crap. And back to the two ladies that they recruited to their niche shopping network. Those two ladies, I'm not going to say their names anymore, and I'm no longer going to support their channels because I'm really disappointed with them. Just consider this. Hudson doesn't talk about what happened with her and Niche on her own channel. No, she goes on other people's channels to do that. That's cowardly. Anyway, I think I'm done talking about Hudson. I'm not going to give her any more oxygen on this video. She knows what she did, right? She owes Deb a big apology. Acting all butthurt because of Reddit calling her Jigglypuff, that doesn't cut the mustard with me, hun. Your arc of redemption, no, we're not falling for that bullshit. No. And you took over that live yesterday. You and your cronies moderating or whatever it was you were doing. I didn't watch it. I was out. As I said before, maybe I'm repeating myself. I don't know. But I'm not going to watch it, even if the person who is responsible for that video posts it back up to his channel. I have nothing to be ashamed of. I didn't poke fun at anybody's way. I'm a fatty myself. I don't fat shame people. I may have made a few snarky comments here and there, but you guys, you should know better. And you only left that because Niche pulled the plug. You didn't leave of your own accord. You say you were traumatized by Niche, but there you were. You were still there. And you got all upset when she pulled the plug out from you. Oh, where do we sell now? Well, you're doing pretty well on your own channel. I don't know why you didn't do that anyway. I have very little sympathy for you anymore. The way you trashed us in the chat yesterday on that live. No. I don't accept that. What else do I have to say? I don't know. My thoughts are in a bit of a muddle because, I keep leaping from one leech experiment theory to another. Professor Aldi would be disappointed with my with my messy notebook. Although I did zhuzh it up. I'll just show you the notebook cover that I did. I didn't make it. I had some fancy Japanese paper. And it's a nice photo of one of my Japanese lodgers from years ago dressed up as a geisha. And that's the inside cover. It's my messy notes. Hudsonius lichicus and Lichicus nichicus. I had to actually write that down. That's the back cover. Because I wasn't saying it right in my head. Anyway, Professor Aldi. This is not a good bracelet clasp. It's a good quality clasp, and it's much better suited to a necklace than a bracelet because it slips off easily.